What is up, guys? This is Brian.
This is Andy. He's my brother.
And together we are Martial Club! Welcome to another episode of Martial Club, My Stunts. If you guys tuned in last week, you guys saw a fight breakdown for the fanny pack fight of this, this little movie that you worked on. A little Oscar-winning movie called Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed that, you might enjoy this one a little more because this one features, yours truly.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go over the trophy fight. What was freaking crazy about this was we grew up watching Michelle Yeoh a lot. As a matter of fact, I would even say that we probably know every punch and kick she's thrown on screen. Us being fans of the Hong Kong film genre, the fact that we got to go face to face with her.
Yo, square up 180 and shit.
A clean frame and then it's like me and then her and then it's a clean frame and then it's like Brian and then her. And then it's a clean frame and then with both of us. Which is like, what the hell? Yeah, that was a really dream come true and we are, first I just want to say we are very grateful for the opportunity.
That was amazing. Yeah.
Let's get started. First with the drummer. Shall we get started?
Yeah. Start, bro. Ooh. Oh. Ooh.
Okay. This was really hard.
Dude, that table looks small as hell, honestly.
I first jumped to a world where I'm a drummer. I had the PVC pipes. They looked really heavy, but they were actually
But they're fake? You got fooled!
Yeah. They were two foam pipes. They were really light. I got to dance with it. In the original previs, which this whole scene is about like 2-3 minutes long.
The original of our previs was like
6-7 minutes.
No, I think it was 9 minutes, dude.
9 minutes? We watched too many Hong Kong movies. In the OG Hong Kong movies, the running times would go like 10-20 minutes.
Dude, they would just leave it and it would be fight galore. That's the shit that we grew up on.
And this was our first time doing the previs for any film, and so the only thing we knew was Hong Kong films. So we're like, oh, you want a fight scene? Let's do 10-minute fight scene.
Yeah.
There was a section where I was trying to drum her toes up and she was dancing, and there was like a really rhythmic, like musical part to
it was super fun.
Yeah, we really wanted to put that in, but unfortunately, this film was an independent film, so we didn't have the budget to go that long. We had a very rhythmic exchange, more or less, with Michelle, and I pulled a lot of inspiration from drumming, how they spin, how they like twirl, catch the pipes, and
behind
then
the back and shit.
I filled it in with some double broadsword movements going through the back, catching through the back like that. It was fun to just get creative with it, like pulling inspiration from everything. And at one point, we even did a shot where we just freestyled. The camera's 45, I just go, reverse, she just went.
And Michelle, coming from the era, she definitely knows how to freestyle. When shooting the Hong Kong films back then, they had to move quick and the budget was small. They just had to learn to go. So that being Michelle's background, she was just on it.
What was crazy was I just remember you guys were all there. Brian was there, DY was there, Dima was there, Julio was there. They were standing behind the monitor and I saw their reactions. They were looking because me and Michelle were like in frame, and I was like, this is really happening. Like me and Michelle Yeoh are in the same freaking frame together.
You're going face to face with Michelle Yeoh and you're just standing there and it's like, I watched you growing up.
That was a pretty surreal moment that I will never ever forget and will forever truly grateful for.
So something fun about all the fights in this film, even if we weren't technically on camera, the whole squad would show up just to support, because it's like the first time that we get to work on a film on this scale, and it's with Michelle Yeoh, so it's like the whole squad would pull up, just be there to support. It was super fun.
Fun fact about the laptop, it was a real laptop, and when she tossed it at me, I had to hit that for real with the real pipe. So that was a real pipe. So if you thought it was a fake one, you got fooled.
You got fooled!
Dancing on that table was really hard. In the previs, we didn't know what the tables were gonna look like until the day before. During rehearsals, we would just grab...
We used those parkour blocks as tables.
When we got to see the set, it was like tables weren't that big, and then there was like
objects
in the way, and trying to keep up with Michelle while doing all these acrobatic moves on the small space on the table. That was really hard.
It's something about working on films, guys. It's like the transition from the pre-visuals to going on set. You have to learn learn to maneuver quickly, especially if it's an independent film, then there's not enough time and budget. Whatever is there, you just have to learn to adapt. And just like in martial arts, you must learn to adapt, and that can be applied everywhere, just like on this set. Yes, sir.
So the keyboard was already pre-broken, so they already like cut a hole that was big enough for the pipe
Stab! And it looked great. It looked good.
Yeah, I did a hyper twist off the table. That was pretty scary for me, actually.
This guy's scared of heights, bro. It's kind of crazy. But he'd be jumping like 9 feet in the air, but he's scared of heights.
Like hyper twist on ground, no problem. But you put me on like an elevated surface, I freak out. They saw the look on my face. They're like, dude, he's scared. Get him a mat. Get him a mat.
Oh, there's a nice moment here.
Oh my god.
Dude, how crazy is it? Getting a 2-frame with Michelle. Just like
Getting a 2-frame doing what we're doing.
it's even crazier.
Getting a 2-frame trying to sit onto a trophy. Oh, that day, I remember Michelle broke down because at this point, and mind you, she was shooting like the whole movie up to this point. She was like, what the f? What is going on in this movie? And then
like,
she broke down.
It's so out of pocket and so outer worldly. She's just like, okay, let's just roll it. I don't know what's going on anymore. But she was just laughing hysterically and she couldn't stop laughing at something.
Yeah, none of us were able to move because she couldn't like hold it together because that was crazy. This was really hard too because the table was really small.
It's a lot of coordinating, a lot of timing and rhythm.
She's trying to move the trophy away from me and I'm just trying to sit on it. And this was really hard because doing choreography with your hands and legs are already hard, but doing it with your butt is a lot harder.
Like you have to commit to that.
Yeah, and it's like, yo, Michelle, you better move the trophy or else I'm committing to sit.
Someone finna be punished, my cousin.
Someone's gonna be punished.
No. Mom, just blow on his nose.
Oh my god. Okay, sure, yeah. Funny backstory, let's just rewind a bit. So the Daniels, how they originally approached us was a message on Facebook. Daniel Shiner, he's like, hey Martial Club, my name is Daniel, I swear I'm real. We want to make a movie and have you guys in it. Can you guys meet up at our place? So we talked about it, talked over email, and then we like came to their backyard and they had like this man hut where they're like creating like the walls were full of like ideas. And we're like, whoa, they're just in their backyard like explaining to us with a straight face, oh yeah, I want this. You're gonna be trying to get the trophy here and then you're gonna jump over, maybe full on straddle and then trying to get in your, and with the straight face. And then at first, Andy and I were just like, yo, this guy's serious? I think they're dead serious. At the time, we didn't understand, but the frequency was so genuine. We were able to recognize the heart in it, That was a big reason why we agreed to sign on. That, and of course, Michelle Yeoh's in the movie. Of course we're gonna do that. Anyways, for this shot, they set it up pretty professionally. They had all the mats set out, a wire to my back, and they're like, yo, just send it and commit, just land on it. So
if you see the previous clip, like we ghetto rigged it.
Almost sideways.
So that, like we rigged it on our own. We didn't know what we were really doing. But then on the day, like it was like clean.
For that, a little section with the kicks, right? We have this thing where we always believe that art inspires life, inspires art. So at the time, I was in a very kick-heavy phase. I think with both of us were sticky kicks. When I say sticky kicks, it just means like kicking, but holding it there for a split second to let them know, With MMA being so huge, it's a very functional how they do it. So when they kick, they either pull it back or they kick all the way. But just for film's sake, to keep everything clean, we want to really accentuate the legs, Clean lines, and let it be known, because I feel like, especially with how the current is with like action, it's very gritty and grimy now. So just doing something that just stands out a little more, like holding your kicks for a split second, it gives that feeling. I don't know how to explain it, but it's almost like nostalgic, like the early 90s movies.
Yeah, so when Brian did the side kick, it was like a clean silhouette. Like, dude, like replace the Muto logo with that shit. Bro, like, what were you wearing at the time? Like, were you really free willing?
No. So the props in the wardrobe department, they're very professional about this. They had me wear like this skin-colored leotard for the whole part where it's pixelated, right? And then when I landed on the trophy and fighting with it, they had another setup where they had a trophy made of foam. So it was weightless. Like I would forget it's on me sometimes, attached to the leotard, and then I would just be able to go and it's fine. It was great.
Dude, they use their sound effect.
Yeah. when we edit our fights, we also do the sound design on our own. It's like second nature just hearing it. And then at one point, some of the post team were like, hey, do you have like Kung Fu-esque sounds that we can use? And then we just sent them our sound pack. I think they might have like modified the pitch a bit, but they still use one of our sounds. We're like, oh shit.
He had a really clean fight with Michelle. He had like the clean Q-sao, the shapes, the clean kicks, clean jump back kick. Everything was really nice. This was all clean.
Yeah.
Very Iron Monkey like.
Yeah,
clean.
like square on 101.
Very
I'm grateful, man.
Of the Hong Kong style. Oh yeah, so.
Bro!
So. That stance, the Shaolin, like the 18 Lohan stance. I remember we were doing this during the previous, like we were showing Michelle the stance we were doing, and she was like, 少林寺18
少林寺18銅人。
Like,
Yeah,
like,
she knew the reference.
When I came back with the trophy, what they did was they slit back of my pants. I wore the same thing Brian did, except my trophy was longer. It looks heavy. It was actually...
It's made of foam.
It was made of foam. So I would forget. If I would forget sometimes, because it was so light, I would like, in between takes, I would sit and I'd be like, whoa! Anyways, let's move on.
Yeah. Oh!
Nice double...
Oh!
Nice,
Dude.
very nice double dragon moment.
When we say double dragon, it's like gang gang team on, you know, like 1 2 1 2 1 2.
We'll hit him with the drunken fist, we'll hit him with the Shaolin.
Like something high, low, crisscross, you know?
And when you have two styles that are contrasting but also similar, it suits the camera very well.
It's like the perfect balance of order and chaos, you know, two different styles, but that synergy is just going together. Yeah. Dude, jeez. Also, shout out to Michelle's stunt double, Kira O'Connor. Oh my God, she learned all the choreo, like down to the beats, and she showed everything to Michelle. We rehearsed it. Some of the wide shots, I believe, was Kira as well. Huge shout out to her for like just following along because we're just going. It's moving pretty fast, and Kira just learned to adapt quickly on the spot. Huge shout out to her, dude. She was cool.
Finishing with the hyper hook to the face. Boom, I think we lucky got that in one take, and Brian with the wall 9. Those are some very classic martial club tricks.
We were lucky enough to just have them featured on this film. You know, that's crazy still to me.
And then the wreck. How was the wreck?
Did I fall on the ladder? Or you did, huh?
No, I fell on the ground, and there was someone that waited with
yeah, and dropped it.
Yeah, with the ceiling tile thingy, and they just dropped it on.
Oh yeah, I did fall on the ladder. How was that fall on for you?
That was fine. That was match, dude.
Again, for my fall, it was fine too. I knew it was the last shot of the film, so and it's a little dangerous because there's a ladder, and it was a scored ladder to where like if I fell, it would break, right? Just the fact that it's metal, it's still a little scary. But in my head, I'm like, yo, the last shot of our fight, you just go hard, whatever, doesn't matter. Right. So I just flew on, like I remember I backed up, I just flew on, ran into a sent myself, and just went in. It only took one take, and it was fine.
Brian had the cycle crusher. I had it was on a wire. Yeah. So when I slid on the ground, it was on a wire. Damn, the rigging team was crazy.
Yeah, they had two things at once, like 2 wire gags going on at once in the same shot. It's a lot of setting up. Like there's all these pick points, all the setups on this side, and on this side there's a whole setup for my side. And then I think on that day they had extra riggers come on.
For me, I had like a little like skateboard, not a skateboard, but like a little board that was just like fit just enough. And then they had obviously I was rigged up.
You were on a board?
I was on something. I remember there was some. Honestly, I don't remember.
This was like a while ago.
3-4 years ago. But I just remember it was very smooth. It just felt really cool doing it because they just had me.
You just had to hit a pose and they just took you.
Yeah. That concludes the classic trophy fight, and I think probably one of the craziest fights to go down in the history in terms of like wild WTF.
Dude, I think this is honestly one of the coolest fights we've done. One, it's because we were able to team up together, which is, dude, you got the Martial Club together. And 2, like, well, obviously we're like fighting with one of our heroes growing up, like we watched growing up, Michelle Yeoh. And 3, it's in an Oscar award-winning film directed by the Daniels, and man, what an opportunity, seriously. I'm grateful. Yo guys, thanks for watching.
If you guys enjoyed this episode of Martial Club's My Stunts, I think you should like stick around very soon.
Yo, stay the tuned, yo, because we got something hot coming.
And
it's probably the most lit thing we've ever done ever.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just so you, Stay tuned, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and just keep up.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys, forever grateful. That's a wrap for today. Martial Club
out.
Out.